Okay, well, I'm going to start us off by contradicting the critics and saying that it is urgent that you see Insurgent.
Oh, I should hit you. You know what? I think I
Come
will.
on, I had to... Oh.
That was horrible. No,
I'm sorry, what?
that was horrible. That's the worst.
You thought that was horrible? I thought it was great.
No,
The
God.
pun, not the...
Yeah, that pun.
Well, it wasn't exactly a pun. I was just, it was just
You know
kind of... I was just
Your
adding
choice.
a word that kind of rhymed.
What? If this opening sucked, post it.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll let.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so
Yeah,
enough.
totally. Okay.
Enough.
Okay,
enough.
so,
Hello.
So we came out of Insurgent, which is the sequel to Divergent, and so what do you think of it in comparison to Divergent?
I think in terms of wow, this is I don't know. I didn't really see. It's been a while.
Okay,
I didn't see Divergent a lot. No, I have seen Divergent, but in terms of a sequel, I think Insurgent is really good.
Yeah, I thought it was an improvement over the first in just about every way, and like I said, I contradicted the critics in the beginning. I'm surprised that this isn't getting better reviews. I mean, Divergent holds a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes. This one is currently at 34.
Both fresh, but
yeah. And
so
wait.
How much?
41 for Divergent, 34 for this one.
Oh no, both rotten. What?
Yeah. But
I don't remember Divergent being that bad.
Well, the rotten isn't necessarily bad, but I mean anything below 60 is rotten.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm recommending this one. I think it's
I'll go for it too. Yeah.
I think it's probably I think it's probably like the best out of all the young adult adaptations we got so far. Even I'm gonna say it, even more than Hunger Games.
Really?
Yep, I liked it that much.
However, for me, I would only recommend it to anyone who has already seen Divergent because it is it is the kind of film that you really have to have seen the first one to understand.
Yeah. And so part of it might be that it has a new director and new writers.
Yeah,
it's directed by Robert Schwetke.
I've never heard of him.
He directed some okay movies like Flight Plan, The Time Traveler's Wife, and Red.
Well, that explains it. But I've never seen those films.
But he also directed the stinker R.I.P.D.
I did not see that.
Yeah. And also we got new writers. One of them is pretty new to writing. That's Brian Duffield. The other is a writing veteran, and that's Akiva Goldsman. And when his writing credit is at the end of your movie, that's either...
Apparently that's a good thing.
Well, it's either really good or really bad. He directed great films like A Time to Kill, Cinderella Man, A Beautiful Mind, The Client, I Am Legend. But he also wrote The Da Vinci Code, Lost in Space, and everybody's favorite, Batman and Robin. Yep, it's that big of a range. But I would say that
I might throw up.
I would say that he's written more good ones than bad ones, and
but I don't think you can. I doubt even this movie will. You can't come back from Batman and Robin. That is a every person. That is a stain
Okay, well, whether or not you can come back from it, I still think that this one was very
I
well
think
written.
even George Clooney is still reeling from that one.
Oh yeah,
Years later.
yeah.
Okay,
But
so let's.
I do still think that this one was pretty well written. Um, I liked
Everything did make
I did
sense.
like the dialogue between the characters about the murders that they've committed and
Oh
stuff,
yeah, a
and
lot of
there's
morality going on.
yeah,
You know,
definitely. And
and that whole greater good thing, which I always laugh at. Every time I hear "for the greater good," I laugh my
whenever
yeah.
whenever
I
I hear
just
for the
laugh.
greater good, I just always think of that one. I always think of that one part in The Incredibles. We're talking about a greater good. Greater good, I am your wife. I am the greatest good you are ever gonna get.
And of course, there's always the greater good from a Hot Fuzz. That's pretty much what it means.
Yeah.
Um, I have to admit, I believe the romance is more believable
A
than in
little
most.
bit. I didn't buy the romance at all in the first one. That was one of the main drawbacks of the first. Here it's a little more believable, but I still don't really care for it all that much.
Oh,
Um, I do kind of wish that when all those when all those people are proclaiming that they're going to stand up for Triss, you know how she leaves the foyer or whatever just to break down because she, it doesn't make her feel any better. It just makes her feel more guilty. And the one in the following scene, all he when she says like I'm just one person, I'm not worth it. Pretty much all he says is just you're worth it to me. They should have added something along the lines of one life is as worth it as a million or something. And also, right there and then, they just decide to do it. That seemed a bit out of place, didn't you think?
no,
All right, well,
I didn't.
I
So,
maybe it was
let's get down to this. Favorite scene?
favorite scene. That I had a there were a lot of very memorable scenes. Just like the first Divergent, the most enthralling aspect of the movie for me is the character of Triss, and
Very
they
interesting.
do even more with her in this movie. I mean, you can really you really feel what she's going through.
Definitely,
And
man.
there's and just like in the first movie, you can feel the weight of her situation, and
Hmm.
that's even more evident here because
That's not your favorite scene.
oh yeah, and
I
so
will admit,
yeah, Triss.
Triss is one of the better aspects of the movie.
Yeah, she's a really strong female lead, which
I think that's mostly because of the actress playing her.
yeah, Shailene Woodley. She's an excellent
Oh
actress.
yes,
Descendants, Spectacular Now, Fault in Our Stars. Particularly the scene in the Candor room where she reveals
oh,
everything.
I
She
love
was
that scene.
amazing in that scene, and
You can just
it really
feel
hits you.
every inch of every ounce of pain that she is
Yes,
going through.
yes, definitely.
Not just because uh there's a it's not just because of the sadness, but the guilt.
Yeah, and
Honestly, I
and
don't know.
also the physical pain that's happening there.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
def
there's that that kind of feels like Oscar material there.
right there.
I don't know if
Although I
that will
highly doubt
be
she's going to be nominated.
yeah, no,
Love her.
this doesn't seem like that kind of film that will be, but
Nope.
I I think it's about time that she got an Oscar nomination. I mean,
Oh yeah,
so many times she's been snubbed in Descendants and Fault in Our
and
Stars and all that.
and another I, that there is another scene that I like, and it's right before she starts the program. You know.
Yeah, the sim.
That where she even threatens, uh, we don't want to give too much away, but right then and there, you totally believe that she would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So what was the worst scene in your opinion?
I can't think of any scenes that I really hated. Although I still don't find it all that believable that after Triss wakes up after she's uh okay, I'll just say it. A lot of our videos contain spoilers. After
We try not to.
yeah, after she wakes up after being presumably dead, um um Peter just immediately switches sides there.
I have to. I saw the whole coming back thing. I saw
Yeah,
that, but I did not see him switching.
yeah. The scene where uh,
Um.
uh the part when near the beginning when when Peter says to Triss like I'll stay here with Peter so you don't get him killed too.
Oh,
And
that's a dick
I
thing to
saw that
say.
yeah. I saw
Seriously.
that scene before seeing the movie, and watching that I wondered why doesn't he just turn on them? And well, yeah, he kind of does. Well, yeah, I mean, why did I say he kind of does? He does.
I have to say one of my least favorite scenes is actually the ending.
Why? It all ended with a bang.
Oh no, not that ending. The whole reveal. You, you know.
Uh, the
I went.
the uh,
Oh man, this is
the
gonna.
twist ending
Yeah.
that was well, what was your problem with it? I mean, it's kind of what's setting up
It's it
the next two.
next to.
Yeah, we got
What?
Allegiant Part 1 and 2.
Uh.
Of
I
course,
mean,
they're dividing
it's
the
kind of
third.
like I don't want to get. It's like in Mockingjay Part Two. What's going to be in Mockingjay? The sort of event that an event happens that pretty much makes the whole main character's journey pointless.
Um,
Like it just for me, basically, it just means oh, you mean it's nothing.
okay. Well, I don't know how
That's how I
Mockingjay
felt.
Part 2 ends, but um,
And for those who have, and for those of you who have read Mockingjay,
I don't
you know
see why.
exactly what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
I don't really see what you're talking about in this case though,
You haven't read
because
Mockingjay,
no,
have you?
I'm talking about Insurgent.
I know, but
I
for
don't
me,
see why you think that the character's journey was just pointless. I mean,
well, all we, well, it just throughout the first movie, they're talking about how Divergence is, oh, this is bad thing,
yeah.
and it's not the whole thing about Divergent being opposite to that. No, it's the fact that the whole it just makes the whole first movie into like some big lie, you know?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's kind of true, but I don't think I'm bothered by it at all.
So okay,
I don't know.
uh
Maybe I just
let's move on. The
okay.
acting.
So
What do you think of the acting?
I think all the acting was for the most part great, especially Woodley as addressed before.
Kate Winslet, I thought did an amazing job.
Yeah. Um. it- yeah. Actually, yes, I'd say that. Octavia Spencer as the leader of Amity was really good for the only few scenes she had, and yeah.
Um
And I did want to say this before. Also, just like in the first movie, there are like scenes of that kind of that don't completely explain uh Triss's motivations for things. The case here is at the beginning when she cuts her hair. Um, they don't really say why she does it. She only says, "I wanted something different." But right when she's doing it, it's like showing the scenes where she's seen people die because of her, and I think it's because she wants to kind of change her appearance, because when she looks at herself in a mirror, well, needless to say, she's seeing herself, and so she wanted an identity slightly different, and she does. I've read that she does cut her hair in the book, but not as short as in the movie. Obviously, the reason for it being this short is because of The Fault in Our Stars. In fact, I was kind of making this joke when Thor asks her what's going on when he sees her haircut. Um, it's like I was just in a movie. In fact, my brother was in it too, and we were playing Sweethearts. Ugh. Yeah, Ansel Elgort plays Gus in Fault in Our Stars, and he does play Triss's brother. And speaking of which, I am definitely looking forward to the next one. There's still some conflict that needs to be resolved, particularly between Triss and her brother after he betrayed her. And
I thought we were going to keep this mostly spoiler free. At least try.
Okay.
So
I thought the action scenes were good. They were pretty well shot.
The choreography was done really well.
Yeah. Despite those guys in the woods who are shooting at Thor, who's out in the open. Darn. Everyone...
It's Stormtrooper syndrome all over again.
Yeah, everyone knows that joke now. I was just about to make it. Yeah, okay. The one other thing that kind of has me still scratching my head is that when they shoot those all these people with those weird bullets that Divergents wake up most quickly from, and then they scan them to see how much Divergence is in them. Was that something that they just made right there? Because this is only a few days after the first one.
Seriously?
Why didn't they use that more?
That's some serious R&D.
Yeah. I guess.
Also,
okay.
I think, like, one thing I said about them, couldn't they just use a defibrillator? Like, short circuit these things out? It's like, clear!
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what else?
I will also say that another improvement on the first one is its pacing. It moves by quicker.
Again,
it's actually 20 minutes shorter.
I've only
than
seen Divergence once, and it was like a long time ago, so I barely remember it.
Yeah. Well, this movie is 20 minutes shorter, and I think it does make better use of its time. And so thinking more. Yeah. Oh yeah. One other thing I kind of wish that they would have continued in this is that according to IMDb, some of the tracks for Divergent are performed by Ellie Goulding, who is supposed to be like Triss's inner voice, and that's a pretty economical use of soundtrack. I kind of wish that they had continued it here.
What?
I mean, you know how soundtrack is supposed to kind of state what a character is feeling or going through.
Oh yeah.
And for the first movie, Ellie Goulding was supposed to be I guess Triss is in her thoughts with the songs that occasionally play during the movie. And they don't continue that here. Although there is still some great music.
I didn't think the music was that memorable, really.
I don't know, there was one scene during one of the sim scenes that was when it swelled. And
apparently Divergence is now a percentage.
Yeah, I guess so.
How can someone be this amount of divergent?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not gonna hold it against that at all. I guess it'll just I did read that the movie does deviate from the book in parts, but I will let you know that it is Veronica Roth approved. In fact, she was a co-producer for the movie.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. And she is reportedly a Christian as well. And I did see a few parallels with like I did mention this before. So with like Triss going out alone even after all those people proclaim that they're standing up for her. She's sacrificing herself, and then she dies after the fourth sim, and then rises again. Yeah, that's... Yeah, so I was very impressed by this film. After looking at the ratings, I was expecting to like it about as much as Divergent, but I thought it was great.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought
it definitely worth watching.
It was well written. It was raw and emotional, and there's some good action scenes. And yeah, I'd recommend it. I mean, I know you're going to see it if you enjoyed the first Divergent, and if you enjoyed the first Divergent, this will probably blow you away.
Okay, so trailers?
Well, first, I'm rewarding Insurgent a marginal A-.
I'm going for I'd go for an A-.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like you liked it as much as I did.
Oh, I liked it.
Okay. Well,
again, the only thing that's keeping it from like A or A+ is the ending. For me, but everything else is great.
It's just a few things that kind of left me scratching my head with oh crud, your battery's running out. Mine should still have some time left on it, so I'd say go watch it.
Yes.
Most of the trailers we've seen before, except for Insidious Chapter 3
and Hot Pursuit.
And Hot Pursuit.
That one looks pretty good.
I don't know. I don't. It didn't make me laugh that much.
I thought it was hilarious.
All right. Well, I do like Reese Witherspoon. Maybe. I don't know.
So Insidious what do you think of Insidious?
I don't know. I haven't seen either Insidious movies. It just looks like
but I've seen Sinister, and that kept me up.
Insidious
Chapter 3, that kept me up for nights.
It looks like just another. It looks like just another jump scare fest, which Hollywood has really gotta stop with the jump scares. I mean, with Ouija and all that other.
How about some drawn out suspenseful films? You know.
Yeah. I mean, even consider just the trailer for Alien.
That was great.
Yeah, Alien was just...
You think we might want to wrap this up soon?
Yeah, I think we will want to. This is Shotgun Reviews on Insurgent, and I recommend going to see it.
I agree with that statement.
All right, see you guys later.